There's no such thing as a free cocktail party. Wow, it got so quiet here. Okay, so basically we want to take just a couple of minutes to tell you what we're asking of you tonight. First, for those of you who, most of you know that we said goodbye to Andy Warhol, who was on this wall and on that wall, and we really appreciated his presence in our homes over the last 22 years, but we have to move on, and so does he, and he did move on. So now we have two empty walls, and one of the reasons that we actually sold the Warhols was to make room for the Krackes. And the Krackes, you see some of them behind us, and in a moment I'll tell you what I'd like to get, and that doesn't have to be everybody, but just random thoughts about where we should hang them. But before I do that, I'd like to bring up the artist, whose name happens to be Krakke, Don Krakke.
That's an amazing coincidence.
Amazing coincidence that he's here.
Oh, shucks, Joel.
An emerging artist at the age of 85.
75.
75.
Thank you.
What we wanted to get from Don is a very brief statement about how it feels to have Krackes replace Warhols.
Yeah, it's a wonderful statement.
First of all, I can't say anything briefly, but I do thank you, lest I forget, for coming to this illustrious moment. I don't know that I think I'm the oldest living artist, at least the oldest I know, and we were talking about why would you do such a thing, and its relevancy. What I really like is being relevant and not having my kids be the only ones who hate my paintings. Now we have a larger group. So, the question is, what does an artist respond to when he realizes that the Hochbergs are going to sell their Warhols and replace them with Krackes? They're out of their mind. I mean, that's certainly one. Two, they're out of their mind.
The question is, any creative ideas of how we should hang them between the two walls, forget the two walls, put them all on one wall, anything that comes to mind. Ronald.
Now, wait a minute. 1 minute.
Yes.
Face to the wall is not acceptable.
Well, okay, all right, we'll start with Ronald.
Does it have to be the walls within this unit?
Okay, next. Okay, Randy.
Right up on the mirror there. You just put suction hooks on there and put one after another on the mirror there. It'd be beautiful.
Suction hooks on the mirror, okay, and destroy the view, okay. Bob.
I was thinking the building adjacent to Unit 312.
Get me the board together to see if that's possible that I can break through.
The hallway can become a
Justin.
gallery.
I think you should put them, many of them, in the ceiling, because at times you sit in chairs and you look up and there's nothing to look at.
Creative idea. A creative idea. Did everybody hear that?
Yes.
Put them in the ceiling so when you're drunk or when we're sleeping, you can look up and stare at them. Lester.
You can extend it in the apartment next to 312. You'd have a full wall.
Extended in the apartment next to 312 in which building?
The next building.
900.
900.
Whose apartment is that?
It happens to be her apartment.
Oh. Isn't this the lady you live with?
No, she lives with me.
Oh.
Lester's making this move.
Any other thoughts? Any other comments? Yes, Bill.
I'd like to see them in kind of a circle, not just laid out one end, in four corners. I think that the effect would be very dramatic.
And that's with the pictures facing you or the reverse?
Oh, no. Facing you certainly, from that wall specifically, and create kind of an aura around them. I think would be terrific.
Okay,
And
do everybody likes the well, let's see what the artist has to say.
I have never in my whole life considered that as an option, and I think it's spectacular. We got to try it, and if we destroy the wall, we'll come back and start over.
Okay, we'll ask now a man, or at least one gentleman, who has furnished and built and created probably 800 apartments here in this complex in Desert Island, which is remarkable because there are only about 226 apartments. He has created 800 of these. Neil Godfrey, what should we do with the art?
I like my idea of me standing in the entry hall every time you have a party.
I'm with him.
How much will that cost us?
For you, I'll make a deal.
Oh, thank you. Good idea. Norman.
I think wait until there's an earthquake and there's a crack in the wall. then put them on the crack and you have cracky on crack.
Don, what do we think of that?
When I talked to Mr. Mark, I have to call him Mr. Mark because he said, don't
Only
ever
Mrs.
call
Mark
me.
calls him Mr. Mark.
No, he said, don't ever call me Norm. He said that.
But didn't you name one of the pictures, and I'm not telling a tale out of school, one of the pictures against the
No,
wall
you said don't ever call me normal.
is called...
Normal, I'm sorry.
One of the pictures against the wall is called My Cousin Normie.
Cousin Normie.
Yes, the one that looks demented. You see the one there with the blue eyes. It's the blue eyes. And the person we can ask about whether that is accurate is Grace. Grace, what do we think of My Cousin Normie as it relates
Now, which
to...
one is it? Which
The one that looks demented.
They all look
well, they all look demented.
No, but especially no. Don't go to the right. The right. Next one. That's it.
That's demented.
That's My Cousin Normie. How would you? Wait. It's a match.
I want to take control of... Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we're taking this seriously enough.
Ladies and gentlemen, the artist is speaking. Are you the artist? Yes.
I am speaking to bring a little more intensity to the evening. The actual title of Cousin Normie is No One Had the Heart to Tell Cousin Normie His Toupee Was on Crooked. So now that we've established a level, I've been shat upon so often, I ended up at front of mind. Now we can continue. This is educational.
Mrs. Mark is ready to pitch in.
Grace?
What that painting says to me is Normie smiling because his seduction attempt has been successful.
That's right. That's the title of the painting. We changed the titles of the painting to suit the marks. That's it.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
Barbara.
What you should do is put the self-portrait in the middle, and then his paintings around him.
Keep the self-portrait of Cracky, which is the black and white on
In the
on
middle,
on
and
the
then
floor,
put his others
and put all his others around
Now
him.
it should be as you come through the front door.
And in fact,
I think you should do
he owes you money.
I owe you.
That's it. That's the cover, see?
It'll take a while for the divorce to go through, but will you marry me?
I'm sorry I'm married, but we could go together.
To whom?
This chick?
Anybody else with a thought? Sylvia, anything? No? Anything?
I think that they're so lovely that you should sell them and give the money to charity of your choice.
There you go. The lovely Mrs. Wagner said they're so lovely, these pictures are so lovely, we should auction them off, raffle them off, and give the money to charity. Okay, so we have a price.
My middle name is Charity.
Don was grateful enough to say, he cut his prices in half for me, and I was happy to pay $15,000 each for what was the $30,000 picture. But I'm willing to sell them, the first offer I get, $15 or higher. Anybody? You're buying them back?
I'm buying them
For
back.
all of them?
But for the entire group, look, I like you. Like a brother.
I like you too, but I don't like you that close.
I like you. There's space. I'll give you $12.95 each.
Is that with a dot in between the 2 and the 9, or is that...
Oh, now, if you're going to get technical, I don't know if I want to deal with you.
What do you think of all this, Mike? I know you're in the art world.
Barbara should be in this. She should be part of this, and I think I'd like.
Don't give her any ideas.
No, I think we should think about Barbara, and therefore Don will show you the picture. It's God dancing, and I think God dancing should be in the ceiling above your bed.
Wow. Wow. So everybody, okay, Michael here brings up a good idea. What he is referring to is God dancing is the second picture from the left over there. That's God dancing. However, what Michael doesn't know is Barbara and I's nighttime habits. We never have sex.
So having a picture up above the bed would be useless. We tried a camera and it didn't work.
Maybe God wants you to have sex. Maybe God wants you to have sex.
I could do it on a mirror. I could do it on a mirror.
Michael, tell that to Barbara.
Yeah.
Perhaps she's happy the way it is.
Right on, right on, right on.
Right on?
Right on.
Right on? That's
Right on.